Long, long ago, in northern China, there was an old man named Yugong. In front of his house were two giant mountains, Mount Taiheng and Mount Wangwu. The mountains blocked his way, so he had to walk a long, winding path to get anywhere. Yugong thought this was very inconvenient, so he decided he would move the two mountains. Yugong was 90 years old. He gathered his children and grandchildren and told them, "These two mountains are blocking our way. I've decided to work with you all to level them and create a road." His family agreed, and so Yugong led his family, carrying hoes and baskets, to dig and move the earth every day. They took the soil and rocks they dug up and carried them by boat to the sea to dump them. Yugong's actions amused his neighbor, an old man named Jiso, who was considered wise. Jiso saw Yugong's family digging every day and thought it was laughable. He walked over to Yugong and said, "You are so old, you can't even move a single stone from the mountain. How could you possibly move these two huge mountains?" Yugong was not angry. He smiled and said to Jiso, "You are less wise than a small child. When I die, my sons will continue the work. When they die, my grandsons will take over, and so on. My descendants are endless, but the mountains will not grow any higher. If we keep digging, we will eventually move the mountains." Yugong's unwavering conviction left Jiso speechless. Yugong's determination also moved the mountain god, who reported the matter to the Emperor of Heaven. Touched by Yugong's sincerity, the emperor sent two immortals to carry the mountains away. One was placed in the east and the other in the south. From then on, there were no more mountains blocking Yugong's house, and they had a wide, open road. The Chinese idiom, Yugong Yishan, which means Yugong moves a mountain, comes from this story. It teaches us that with strong determination, perseverance, and a firm belief that you can overcome any difficulty, you will eventually succeed.
Next, we will tell the modern version of this story. Are you ready?
Willow and the Mountain of Forgotten Things. Willow loved her neighborhood, especially the big, empty lot at the end of the street. This would make the best community garden, she often thought. But a mountain of forgotten things, old bikes, broken chairs, and dusty boxes, blocked the way. "Someone needs to move it," Willow declared to her reflection in a puddle, "and that someone will be me." She found her brightest yellow shovel and a small red wagon. Willow dug and pulled. She tried to lift a big wobbly tire, but it was too heavy. She huffed and puffed, but the tire just rolled back into place. Her friend, Leo, rode by on his scooter. "What are you doing, Willow?" he asked, stopping beside her. Willow explained her big dream for the garden and the stubborn mountain. Leo looked at the huge pile, then at Willow's small shovel. "That's a super big job," he said, scratching his head. "But I guess 2 shovels are better than 1. He found a sturdy stick and started poking at a loose box. Day after day, Willow and Leo worked. They moved small bits, then slightly bigger bits. Their progress was slow, but they never gave up. Neighbors walking their dogs or heading to the park often saw them. "What are you two building?" asked Miss Anya one afternoon. Willow proudly explained her vision for a vibrant community garden full of flowers and fresh vegetables. Miss Anya smiled. "That's a wonderful idea, Willow. My old gardening gloves are looking for a new adventure." Soon, other neighbors joined in, bringing wheelbarrows, rakes, and even a small noisy shredder for the branches. The mountain of forgotten things quickly shrank. What seemed impossible for one small person became possible with many hands and a big community spirit. They sorted everything for recycling and donation. Finally, the path was clear. Willow and Leo stood proudly, looking at the empty space. It wasn't just a cleared lot. It was the beginning of their beautiful community garden, all thanks to Willow's big dream and everyone's help.
If you like this story, please share with others. See you in next story.